In Michigan, it is the governor's race that is coming right down to the wire, with incumbent Gretchen Whitmer facing a fierce challenge from our next guest. Republican gubernatorial candidate Tudor Dixon joins us now live. Thank you so much for coming on. I want to put these numbers on the board because this is the real Clear Politics average. It has Governor Whitmer up by about 3.4%. This is big. I mean, you have closed the gap on this dramatically. Now we're kind of getting low on time. You know, we're 6 days away. What's the strategy in the closing days to move this thing even closer?
Well, we had her come out in the debate, and she had a poor performance. That helped us quite a bit. So the next 5 days, we're really going to be on the ground. We're going to be talking to the media like you, make ssure we get our voice out there, make sure we get our message out there. But we're bus tour right now. We're seeing great crowds. We're seeing hundreds of people show up everywhere we go, and we're making sure that people hear our message of bringing back education. Michigan is in the bottom 10 in the nation. Bringing back education, making sure we have safe cities, and reducing regulation for businesses to expand and grow in the state of Michigan.
You talk about education there. I know you have gone after Governor Whitmer for saying that, the schools were only closed for 3 months. We know that's not true, but it appears in Michigan there wasn't a lot of media pushback, not a lot of media pushback nationally. Is that something that surprises you?
No, in the state of Michigan, the media is all in the bag for Gretchen Whitmer. It's a very frustrating situation for us, but we are pushing back. And it's interesting because even if the media is not pushing this, across the state of Michigan, parents and students alike are shocked that she would say this. And it was a real reminder of that time during COVID when we were constantly locked down and shamed and told to turn in our neighbor. People had that moment where they saw her on TV lying again and said, wow, this is not what we want for the next 4 years. So for us, I think the people on the ground actually heard it, but she has the Democrat machine coming in. So we need all the help we can get. Go to TudorDixon.com and help us fight the Democrat machine.
You talk about parents, you talk about students. I want to bring this up because this is the Wall Street Journal talking about white suburban women. They say, quoting here, white suburban women, that group which the pollster said makes up 20% of the electorate, shifted 26 percentage points away from Democrats since the Journal's August poll, and now favors the GOP by 15 percentage points. That is a huge swing in a very short amount of time. And some say, well, maybe it's because, of the economy, or maybe it's because of crime. And a lot of people say, you know what it's because of? It's because of the schools. The schools being closed, and those mama bears are tired of their kids being left out.
Absolutely. We have students that missed major milestones, and it's not just that. It's some of these radical teachings in schools that parents have pushed back on. And in states like my state, Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer has refused to talk about whether or not she would protect students from radical teachings in schools. We want to have a Florida-style bill in the state of Michigan to prevent sex and gender talk from kindergarten to 3rd grade. And Gretchen Whitmer will not acknowledge that parents are concerned about this. In fact, they've been mocking parents who say we don't want these over-sexualized books in our schools. That has hurt her. I believe that that's why a lot of moms, it's not just moms for us. We're seeing fathers in traditional Democrat areas coming out and saying, we're turning to the Republicans. We want to make sure our kids are safe.
Yeah, it's interesting. And lastly, I got to go here, but I know the Michigan Chamber of Commerce finally, it took a while, but it finally came out and endorsed you. Does that help you at all, Tudor?
It does, because it signals to other businesses that they have faith in my business plan to reduce regulations by 40% in the first 4 years to help economic development in the state of Michigan. They've seen us purging businesses. They know I'm a businesswoman with a background in steel, and I'm going to be able to get it done in the state of Michigan.
Tudor Dixon, 6 days left. Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much for having me.